So before we start saying, hey, look, young men, we have to go ahead and do this way, you have to really understand that men are only going to do what is necessary for a woman. And right now, women need to check women because it's not necessary for me to be a good man to get them.
Mm.
It is not necessary. I could be the worst dude in the world. I could be a scammer. I could be all these different things. I'm still going to have the cream of the crop.
So if women are checking women, who are checking men?
But we check men.
Okay, so
We check
hold on
men.
a second. That is exactly the very same thing.
She don't check men.
I do not check men. I definitely do not check
Thank
men.
you. Who checked you?
I do not I do not check men. For the record, I work with men, I get their feedback and their input, I use my degrees, my knowledge, my heart and all these things and work it together. But what I'm saying is you're making my point. Women should be checking women, and so therefore men should be checking men.
The change needed to change love in our community can only start with one, and that's the woman. Because men will only do what's allowed for us to do. So when you guys change first and set new rules, new standards,
We'll adjust.
you will have to adjust. Because to obtain you, I have to do certain things. Nowadays, when I meet a woman, it's less to do to obtain you. So my thing is, yeah, men have to change and get better and be more respectful and provide more, be more masculine, be more. I get it. But the respect part, that can only come from the ones who dictate it, and that's the woman. Unless you change, we won't change. Y'all more naked, we're more rude. Y'all more out there, so are we. It comes from y'all. It's up to y'all to change it first.
So you don't think that at any point in time men have created an environment, an atmosphere to have women believe that being naked is desirable. You don't see at all how men have positioned women in a way in a media sense, right? That was something that we talked about once before.
You've been right all day. Listen, as long as men have been making babies, being naked has been a good thing all the time. It didn't get cool to be naked now. No, now it's being more okay to be naked. Men always wanted women to be beautiful and sexy.
Let me build it up with you.
Yeah, that's normal.
I want to build it up with you. Would you consider it to be a desire for men to be leaders?
Today?
I'm not going to lie, that's not really on a man's to-do list nowadays to be a leader.
In general.
I mean, for his business, probably, and what he's doing in his life, yeah, but no.
In his house?
Like, a leader as what? Like, define
that. So do you think that women, this is what I'm hearing you say, and then you can correct me instead of me like weaving around. I'll just put it plain and you tell me what you think. What I'm hearing you say is that women are the leaders of today. And that if we want to see any change, we need to make that move.
Okay.
I don't think that I don't think that a woman is the absence of being a leader, but I think that men are leaders as well. I think that we need to come together and agree that we've both been agitating the extremes of the normalities about what relationships, life, family structure needs to look like. The both of us. I think as long as we keep playing with these gender wars, nothing is getting resolved. Men have poured into it. Women have poured into it. Women haven't made it better. Men haven't made it better. Men are influential. Men do inspire women to make changes. Men have controlled a lot of how women dress a long history, down to changing the name of the piano legs to something else because that was too salacious. Men were in control of that.
When a man wants to cover you up, it's called him being controlling. When a man wants to have his wife not covered and like have her covered up and show, and having her body not out there, y'all call that controlling. He's big-headed. He isn't confident.
Misogynist.
So don't use that because across the world, there are places where a woman can't show her body. They hate it over there. It's called cruel. It's called inhumane. So don't use that. It has to come from y'all because we enter you. We enter you.
Correct.
You have to ask to enter you, ask to date you. You are really in control.
That means that we receive.
And now you're denying it to me. No, baby, you are in control. Because if every woman said, from now on, I ain't fucking no dude on the first date. I ain't gonna accept no dude that's not gonna be doors, open doors, flowers, whatever. Then we will have to adapt to your new demands. You are in control. We might act like it, but you are in control.
So what I'm saying is I will not say that to be a woman is absent of being a leader, right? We all have our place. We all have our part. We all have our lane, right? I can respect that, the lane that you're describing as woman that I have, right? That I might be ignorant to because I'm the one who's sitting in it, right? So I have my blinders on as far as how much control I have and the power of the PUSSY, right? I may just not have that understanding, and you're helping me to understand that. I'm saying to you also as a woman, I can also share with you that as a man, you do actually influence me. The way that you look at me, the kind of attention that I receive as a woman by how I dress and how you treat me does influence me. So what if men stopped paying attention to women who were being salacious? What if men adopted the attitude of self-discipline and self-control and stop, fiending over the woman who got the BBLs and have the lip injections and got the bag and doing all these things? What if men said, I don't want to look at that anymore. I'm not hollering at her anymore. I'm not dropping a band on her anymore. I'm not getting her a bag. The bag I'm going to give is to the woman who actually wants to build a home. The woman that I'm going to pour and invest into is the woman who is homely. I'm not doing that. What if men did that? What if men did that in tandem, while women were saying no? Why does it have to be it's all on women or it's all on men?
Because you know why? In the United States government website, they had a whole article on how women are the biggest competitors out of both species. And that a woman is a safer competitor than a man because men, when we compete, we get to a point of violence. Versus when women compete, they get to a point of basic, I don't want to call it catty, but cattiness.
Sure.
It's safer for women to be the leaders than it is a man. So women have become the.
Standing on that, Rico.
I'm standing. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
Standing on that.
Oh,
You're
this is
standing.
deep.
You're standing on
No.
that.
Listen to me.
This is
It's
Hold on,
safer.
you standing on that.
It's safer for women to be the leaders than the man, which is
And
why.
at the table, pigs are flying.
Hold
Rico
on.
Hundo just
Hold on.
said.
Wait. First of all, I'm not saying it's smarter. Wait. Listen. I didn't say it's smart, and it's actually detrimental.
Okay.
But it's
Let's have a full
safer.
conversation.
It's safer.
Detrimental.
It's safer in the sense of there is less violence and chaos. If Guapo is in control and I'm in control, and
You know
we
what that sounds like? That
let
sounds
me
like
finish,
a
Cassandra.
absolutely not.
Cassandra,
That sounds
nah,
like
bro,
that
nah,
sounds like
I
a
didn't.
Trojan horse.
No, listen,
That's what
because
safe is.
Cassandra,
Safe is a Trojan horse. Safe is a Trojan horse where now you're basically saying that if women are competitive and they get to come into these environments and they're doing all these things that's safe, that sounds like a gift. That sounds like the gift that women have been given men by showing off their bodies has been so unsuspecting that it's entered into our homes. It's in our homes. It's on our television.
think
It's
God
on our
gave
phones.
you the
why can't
ability
I? Wait, hold on, Cassandra.
agree, but
Did I
that's-
cut you off?
You did. You have.
No.
Many
Did I
times.
cut you off right now? I
Many
let you guys both go. So I'm just gonna ask you kindly. Let me finish.
Okay, you can have that.
Right? So when I say that, it said that it's safer for women to be in control because it's less chaotic in terms of violence.
Mm-hmm.
I personally believe is more detrimental to society, which is why you have 1 out of 4 kids being raised with only one parent, majority of it being a woman, and half of those being men. So you have half of these kids of men being raised without a father in some sort of capacity, right? Which is detrimental. Then you can't tell people like Alan or others that, hey, you have to reprogram a son's brain that was only around his mother for 30 years of his life to then learn how to be a man and or sustain a relationship when there's never been one present for you. Same thing, flip on the opposite side of women. So now when I say women are the leaders, they've positioned them to be that way. You guys have been getting left off the hook for certain things. You women have been getting left off the hook for certain things, and that's really by design. So now when we say about it like, hey, okay, you telling Guapo that we influence you. No, we don't. Money has influenced you. You know why? Because women has lost their morals. Not all, but a lot of women has lost their morals over a dollar bill, over an invisible dollar through an app that's being sent on Cash App. You can't even physically touch this dollar. So now when you're like, all right, cool. How can I influence somebody who is over here thirsty for money? Because we are all being deprived of our realistic, finances.
Plus, to me, I'll go on Instagram. I see more women complaining about there ain't no good men out here than I see men saying there ain't no good girls out here.
Really?
Facts.
I don't.
Facts.
That's fact. Men are basically pretty much cool. Like, listen, it is what it is.
I'ma just
You're
do
gonna
it.
find a way.
My
You're gonna
page
date.
might be skewed.
You are the ones really that want more black men to be more better
Is it
fathers,
because
better
that
men.
we desire different things? Like, I feel like a lot of men are just okay with like getting girls, like just because they can.
It's a
Like,
lot of
they
guys
don't-
that are upset.
I mean, what's the pick from though, Amanda? Like, you two are clearly like the anomalies. You're a good person. You're a great person with a great career, but that's just 2 out of how many? Out of 15? A lot of them
There-
out here don't have
yeah.
careers. Home, credit, job, work all night, hoes. Y'all are saying y'all opinions from y'all point of view because y'all are good people.
Mhm.
But it's way less than you that are not doing this type of stuff. So why wouldn't a man be happy just having fun? Like, what's the pick from?
My environment might be skewed in that sense, right? Because I know a lot. My circle does not match or reflect the kind of woman that you're describing.
Okay.
What I can say is for some of the men that I do coach, one of the things that they said that was like terrifying was that they felt like I know what I need to do as a man. I know I'm supposed to pay for the first date. I'm supposed to hold the doors open and do all these things. I know what I'm supposed to do. But after I do all of that, what am I supposed to receive? I feel like this is what a guy said. I feel like women know what they're supposed to expect, and so they expect it. But I don't know what I'm supposed to be expecting from a woman, so I don't know how to demand it.